That's not a legitimacy problem, it's a protocol problem. I've started thinking about this in levels, and the level determines what protocols you need. Level 1. Does it solve a problem for me? If yes, it's already a valid app. I don't need anyone's permission for that. It works, I use it, it saves me time, done. Level 2. Does it solve a problem for my team? Can they interact with it? Is it easy to use? If it's running on our machines and we don't need to worry about logins or external access, the protocols are light. Build it, ship it internally, and move on. Level 3, does it solve a problem for my clients? Now you need logins, you need to think about their data, and this is where people say vibe coding falls apart. But the security question isn't just about how you wrote the code, it's also about how you deploy it. So here's how I approach it. I standardize the tooling and set constraints on how the AI is allowed to develop. Those constraints are important. And then I flatten out dependencies as much as I can. If I can solve the problem with just HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, I will. If it needs a backend, I stick to Python. The fewer dependencies, the fewer things that can break or get exploited. And then on the infrastructure side, I containerize everything with Docker. Host on a core server that's completely locked down, all firewalls, no open ports, and it only communicates through a mesh VPN. Then you put a reverse proxy with a web application firewall in front of it. That's not a vibe coding solution, that's just how you secure apps, period. Now the cohesion problem, that's different. That's a scaling problem. And the way I'm handling it is through modularization. So every feature set gets treated as its own isolated thing. It gets developed in its own space with its own context. So there's a central doc that maps out what features exist and what they do. And then when AI is working on a feature, it doesn't need to hold the entire app in its head. It works in an isolated plane, builds the piece, and everything connects back at the central point. That's how you keep cohesion when a tool you're using has a tendency to lose it. And the thing is, most of the problems people have with vibe coding come down to this. They're not using protocols, they're prompting and praying. And when the app falls apart, they blame the method instead of the missing structure.